Ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk to you today about something that exists in the shadows. It's something that smiles in your face but plots behind your back. It's something that walks with you, yet wishes to see you fall. It's a silent enemy, but if you have wisdom, you can detect it before it destroys you. Today, I want to talk to you about the 7 signs that someone is extremely jealous of you. Jealousy is not just an emotion, it's a spirit. It's a force that can drive a person to act in ways they never imagined. It was jealousy that caused Cain to kill Abel. It was jealousy that led Joseph's brothers to throw him into a pit. It was jealousy that caused Saul to hunt David. Jealousy is dangerous because it disguises itself as concern, as friendship, and sometimes even as love. But today we will uncover its signs so you can guard your heart and your destiny. The first sign of jealousy is silent competition. There are people around you who are not just watching you, they are measuring themselves against you. They compare their success to yours, their progress to yours, and they are secretly trying to outdo you. You get a new car, and suddenly they need a better one. You get promoted, and they suddenly become more ambitious. They are not clapping for you, they are competing with you. Watch for those who turn every blessing in your life into a reason to prove themselves. The second sign is backhanded compliments. A jealous person will say things that sound like praise, but if you listen closely, you'll hear the sting of their resentment. They say, "Oh, you're lucky you got that opportunity." That's not a compliment. That's jealousy disguised as kindness. They say, "I don't know how you did it, but somehow you made it." That's not admiration, that's hidden envy. They will never celebrate you fully because your success makes them uncomfortable. The third sign is the spreading of subtle negativity. A jealous person doesn't always attack you directly. They plant small seeds of doubt about you in the minds of others. They say things like, she's doing well, but let's see how long it lasts. Or he got that position, but we all know he's not really qualified. They will never openly fight you, but they will weaken the support you have by poisoning the thoughts of those around you. They use whispers to create walls between you and your destiny helpers. The fourth sign is imitation with resentment. A jealous person will copy you, but they will hate you for it. They watch how you dress, how you speak, how you operate, and they try to do the same. They are not just inspired by you, they are studying you, trying to become you. But here's the danger: when they realize they cannot be you, their admiration turns into frustration, and frustration turns into resentment. That's why you will see people who once admired you suddenly turn against you. The fifth sign is unnecessary criticism. A jealous person will always find something wrong with what you do. If you start a business, they will say, "Are you sure that's a good idea?" If you get a promotion, they will say, "That job comes with a lot of pressure." They don't encourage, they discourage. They want to keep you doubting yourself, because if you ever fully believe in yourself, they know they cannot keep up with you. Jealousy speaks in the language of criticism. The sixth sign is the celebration of your struggles. A jealous person might not show their true feelings when you're winning, but watch their reaction when you're struggling. If you go through a setback, they suddenly have more energy. They suddenly have advice. They suddenly want to check on you. But their concern is not love, it is satisfaction. They feel relieved when you fall because your success has been a weight on their heart. They may never say it out loud, but inside they are rejoicing at your difficulties. And finally, the seventh sign is the refusal to acknowledge your growth. A jealous person will always remind you of who you used to be. They will never acknowledge your transformation, your progress, your progress. They will say, "I remember when you were just starting out." They will say, "You've changed," as if growth is a bad thing. They want to keep you in a version of yourself that makes them comfortable because your elevation exposes their stagnation. But hear me today, jealousy is not your problem, it's theirs. Jealousy is an announcement that you are doing something worth noticing. If you were not progressing, they would have nothing to envy. If you were not shining, they would have no reason to shade you. So do not be discouraged by the jealous. Be encouraged by them, because their jealousy is confirmation that you are walking in purpose. Their envy is proof that you are touching something great. Don't waste your energy fighting jealousy. Instead, keep rising, keep growing, keep becoming who God has called you to be. Because the more you walk in purpose, the more their jealousy will consume them, not you. Stay focused, stay faithful, and keep moving forward. Because your destiny is too great to be distracted by jealous hearts. Keep shining, keep building, keep winning. Let them watch, let them whisper, let them wonder. But as for you, go higher. Understand this jealousy doesn't always come from strangers. Sometimes the most intense jealousy comes from the people closest to you. The ones who watched you grow. The ones who shared your struggles, the ones who once celebrated your small victories. But now that you've moved to another level, they don't see you the same way. Because as long as you were on their level, they were comfortable. As long as you needed them, they felt important. But the moment you outgrew their expectations, their heart shifted. Some of you are wondering why certain friends have changed, why certain family members have become distant, why certain people who once supported you are suddenly quiet. It's because your growth has exposed something in them. Your progress has revealed what was hidden all along. You didn't change, they did. Or rather, they were always that way, but now you can see it clearly. Jealousy is not just an emotion, it is a test. And how you handle the jealousy of others determines whether you are ready for your next level. If you let their envy make you bitter, you fail the test. If you allow their negativity to distract you, you delay your own destiny. But if you recognize their jealousy for what it is, a sign that you are moving in the right direction, then you can keep going without looking back. You must understand that not everyone will be happy for you, and that's okay. Not everyone will celebrate your success, and that's okay. Because your purpose is not to please people, it is to fulfill the assignment God has given you. Your calling is too important to be slowed down by jealous hearts. So what do? You bless them anyway, you love them anyway. But you don't stop for them. Because the moment you slow down to prove yourself to jealous people, you lose momentum in your journey. Keep running your race. Keep walking in your purpose. Let them talk. Let them gossip. Let them compare. Because at the end of the day, you are not competing with them, you are competing with your potential. You are chasing your calling. You are answering the voice of destiny. When you keep moving, when you keep excelling, when you keep growing, something powerful happens. The same people who were jealous of you will either be inspired to change or they will remove themselves from your life. Either way you win. Either way you move forward. Either way you remain focused. So don't fear jealousy, use it as fuel. Let it remind you that you are becoming something greater. Let it remind you that you are stepping into something bigger. Let it remind you that you are walking in favor. Because jealousy is not a sign that you are failing, it's a sign that you are winning. Keep winning. Keep building. Keep rising. Because the best is still ahead of you. When you keep rising, you will notice that jealousy does not always speak loudly. Sometimes it moves in silence. It sits in the background, watching, waiting, hoping to see cracks in your foundation. Jealousy studies you. It listens more than it speaks. It watches more than it moves. It waits for a moment of vulnerability, a moment of weakness, so it can strike with precision. That is why you must stay alert. You must be discerning. You must know the difference between those who are for you and those who are simply near you. Because proximity does not equal loyalty. Just because someone is close to you does not mean they support you. Some people only stay close because they want a front row seat to your failures. They pretend to cheer, but deep inside they are just waiting. Waiting to see if the pressure will break you. Waiting to see if the weight of your assignment will crush you. Waiting to see if the blessings that came to you will suddenly fall apart. When you realize this, you stop expecting loyalty from the wrong people. You stop looking for encouragement from those who secretly hope you fail. You stop explaining yourself to those who have already made up their minds about you. Because when you recognize jealousy for what it is, you understand that it is not your responsibility to fix someone's envy. You are not called to shrink so others can feel comfortable. You are not called to slow down so others can keep up. You are not called to dim your light so others can shine. The moment you stop apologizing for your growth, you become unstoppable. The moment you stop feeling guilty for your blessings, you become untouchable. Because the truth is, God's favor is not a crime. Your success is not an offense. Your elevation is not something to be ashamed of. You worked, you prayed, you sacrificed, and now you are seeing the fruits of your labor. And those who are jealous, they had the same opportunities. They had the same 24 hours in a day. But instead of focusing on their own journey, they chose to focus on yours. That is why you must protect your energy. You must guard your mind. You must be intentional about who you allow into your space. Because not everyone who smiles at you is for you. Not everyone who claps for you wants you to win. Some people celebrate you publicly but despise you privately. Some people act like supporters, but their heart is full of resentment. That is why you must move wisely. You must listen to what is not being said. You must watch actions more than words. because jealousy is often revealed not in what a person says, but in what they refuse to say. Notice who never acknowledges your victories. Notice who stays silent when others are congratulating you. Notice who changes the subject when your success is mentioned. Because sometimes jealousy does not attack, it withdraws. It removes its presence from your celebrations. It refuses to participate in your joy. And when you see that, don't ignore it. Take note. Because a person who cannot celebrate you in public will never truly support you in private. As you keep rising, you will see that jealousy has levels. Some will simply envy from a distance, while others will actively try to block you. Some will only feel bitterness inside, while others will take action to sabotage your progress. That is why you must be prayerful. That is why you must stay covered. Because when God elevates you, there will always be forces trying to pull you back down. But here is the good news: what God has for you, no jealous heart can take away. What God has assigned to you, no envious spirit can cancel. That is why you must not be afraid of jealousy. Do not fear those who plot against you. Do not worry about those who secretly hope for your downfall. Because the same way jealousy destroyed Cain, the same way it exposed Joseph's brothers, the same way it brought Saul to ruin, jealousy will never defeat the one who stays faithful. Those who allow jealousy to consume them will always fall into their own traps. But those who stay focused, who keep their heart pure, who refuse to let jealousy affect them, they will always rise above it. When you understand this, you no longer waste energy on those who are jealous. You no longer fight battles that are beneath you. You no longer chase after people who have already shown you their heart. Instead, you keep moving. You keep growing. You keep excelling. Because the best way to deal with jealousy is not to respond, it is to rise higher. It is to succeed despite the opposition. It is to shine so brightly that no amount of envy can put out your light. When you do this, something powerful happens. The same people who were jealous of you will have to watch you go even further. The same ones who resented your progress will have to see you reach heights they never imagined. And that is when you realize jealousy was never a sign that you were failing. It was always a sign that you were chosen. It was always a sign that you were anointed. It was always a sign that God's hand was upon your life. When you grasp this truth, you stop being surprised by the jealousy of others. You stop asking, why do they hate me? And start realizing it's not about me, it's about what I carry. Because jealousy is never truly about you as a person. It's about the assignment on your life. It's about the favor you walk in. It's about the anointing that makes doors open for you when others are still knocking. It's about the grace that makes things look easy for you when others are still struggling. You must understand that jealousy is a sign that you are stepping into something greater. Because no one envies someone who is going nowhere. No one is jealous of failure. No one is bitter over mediocrity. The fact that people are watching you with resentment means there is something about you that they wish they had, and that is why jealousy will always come when you begin to elevate. It will always appear when you start walking in your purpose. It will always rise up when you begin to break barriers. But here is the test: how will you respond? Because jealousy is not just a distraction, it is a trap. If you allow it to get inside you, it will turn into bitterness. If you focus on it too much, it will slow you down. If you try to fight back, you will waste energy on people who were never meant to go where you are going. And that is why the greatest response to jealousy is not retaliation, it is acceleration. It is to move so fast, so powerfully, that those who envy you can only watch as you disappear into your destiny. Look at Joseph. His brothers were jealous of him because of his dreams. They thought throwing him into a pit would destroy him. They thought selling him into slavery would stop him. But what they didn't realize was that their jealousy was actually pushing him toward his purpose. Every attack they launched against him only positioned him closer to the palace. What they meant for evil, God turned for good. And that is why jealousy should never make you fearful, it should make you excited. Because if people are jealous, it means something great is ahead. This is why you must not lower yourself to their level. You must not get caught up in proving yourself to those who have already decided to misunderstand you. Because jealousy blinds people. It makes them see you as an enemy when you were never their competition. It makes them fight against you when you never had a problem with them. And when you recognize this, you realize that trying to convince a jealous person to see your heart is a waste of time. You cannot reason with a spirit of envy. You cannot explain yourself to someone who has already chosen to resent you. So what do? You let them go. You release them. You move forward. Because some people were only meant to be in your life for a season. And when that season is over, they will reveal themselves. You don't have to push them away. Jealousy will push them out. You don't have to cut them off. Your success will do it for you. Because when God takes you to a new level, not everyone can handle it. And that's okay. Not everyone is meant to go with you. Not everyone is meant to celebrate with you. Not everyone is meant to understand your journey. When you accept this, you walk in peace. You stop looking back. You stop wondering why they changed. You stop trying to fix what God has already removed. Because some people were in your life not because they loved you, but because they were comfortable with where you were. And the moment you outgrew their expectations, they could no longer handle being around you. But you must not let that stop you. You must keep moving forward. Because what is ahead of you is greater than what is behind you. The people who are truly for you will remain. The ones who are meant to be part of your destiny will stay. And the ones who cannot handle your growth will fade away. And that is how you know who is truly with you, not by how they act when you are struggling, but by how they respond when you are succeeding. Because true supporters celebrate your elevation. But the jealous will always reveal themselves when you rise. So, my friends, as you walk this journey of purpose, do not be shaken by the jealousy of others. Do not let their envy distract you, discourage you, or make you doubt what God is doing in your life. Jealousy is not a sign that you should stop. It is a sign that you should keep going. It is a sign that you are stepping into something greater, something higher, something more powerful than you even realize. Let them watch. Let them whisper. Let them wonder how you keep rising. But do not look back. Do not slow down. Do not shrink yourself to make others comfortable. Because your destiny is too great to be delayed by jealous hearts. Your purpose is too important to be sidetracked by those who do not want to see you win. So move forward with boldness. Walk in confidence. Keep building, keep growing, keep shining. And remember this, no amount of jealousy can stop what God has already set in motion. No envious spirit can block the doors that heaven has opened for you. And no bitter heart can dim the light that was placed inside you. Keep rising. Keep excelling. Keep being everything you were created to be. Because jealousy will come, but it will not stop you. Opposition will rise, but it will not defeat you. And those who envy you today will one day have no choice but to acknowledge the greatness inside of you. Stay focused, stay faithful, and keep moving forward because the best is still yet to come.